I felt the need to read for you what one of my favorite people here and one of my favorite content creators here posted yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure. Yesterday. Uh, it was his 28th birthday and he wrote, his name is Quasi Johir. I think that I pronounced it well, but he's only 28 and he's such a smart and genius guy who followed the soul's urge to, even though he finished, I think, University of being engineer, he said that he was so unhappy at the job that he worked that it literally felt like he is in prison. He was going there every day and he witnessed the misery and uh, people who are deeply unhappy because they are there like in some form of trap, because 9 to 5 is a trap. I'm not saying for everybody, because some things we simply must have, such as surgeons like mine is, who saved my life twice, and those things that were, are, and will always be necessary. But we can't expect from the school system that was made centuries ago to keep up with the new things that are popping up every day and to expect great results. It's simply impossible. And most of those jobs will disappear. Some even say the job of professors, who are just producing more and more working class, so to say. Anyways, this guy is one of my favorites because he was brave to, even though his parents were disappointed because he left that uh, certain 9 to 5 as an engineer from that place, and he followed his path, and he is now really doing awesome job in helping others realize that, as the saying goes, if I could, you can too. So he made awesome post yesterday that says 28 today, thanks for the wishes. Here are 28 lessons I've learned in my 28 years of existence. 1. All fear stems from the fear of death. Don't be afraid of death, be afraid of a life not fully lived. Because life not fully lived is worse than death. That is just a transition. 3. People do not overthink. They think too much about the wrong things. 4. Reality doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are. 5. Life isn't black or white. It's black, white, and everything in between. 6. If you don't keep your own inner balance, God will do it for you. The desire for a positive experience is itself a negative experience. Until you confront your worst demons, they will run your life. 8. That was 8. 9. When you want to get something, give it first. 10. Stop blaming others for the things that are directly out of your control. Take responsibility for what is in your control. Changing your environment won't magically solve your problems. Having kids won't magically solve your problems. Your problems get solved when you stop thinking about them all the time. Change doesn't need to take a long time, it can happen in an instant. Align your personal will to God's will. Never regret anything, learn and move on. The faster you move on, the quicker you grow. 19. Stop listening to social media gurus. You have your own inside you. And all the people who are here bringing the message and having their own movement are just there to remind you of that fact. 20. Don't let ChatGPT think for you. Break everything down to its fundamental truths and decide from there. 22. Live every day like it's your last. One day you will be right. The more you are proud of yourself, the more there will be reasons to be proud of. 24. Heuristic for decision. I hope I've pronounced it good, but help for making decisions making is what to ask yourself, what would my higher self do? Whenever you're at the crossroad, pause and ponder, what would my higher self do now? And you will get the immediate right answer. 25. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt are a waste of time. Stop blaming yourself, stop blaming others, take responsibility. 27. Don't forget to smell the roses. And 28. When things aren't going your way, be patient, because people get into that trap of thinking that nothing is working out if in their current reality it seems like they are stuck. They are just unaware that there is something called the buffer period, where it's like the level last level it's in some game, and test from the universe whether or not you will stay loyal and true to your vision. So be loyal to unseen reality at that exact moment when you feel like you would give up. That's where the magic is happening, and that's where the brick of manifestation and fulfillment of all your desires is on the breakthrough. This post is great. It's very helpful to navigate through the experience. As I say, and my deep belief is that we are here to not compete and post who has bought what today, even though all those things that are helping us to live easier are awesome. And I'm not a believer that if you're spiritual, you shouldn't have material desires, or you shouldn't enjoy in all the great things that this life has to offer. Exact the opposite. Everything was made and is made for us to enjoy in it. So never be guilty for wanting more for you, for your family, and it's your purpose to enjoy in everything best that this life has to offer, but not being attached to it and not defining your worth based on what you accomplished, or based on your bank account, your possessions, the car you drive, the home you live in, and so on and so forth. Yes, that's all the reflection of our inner world and our inner state, but we should never be defined by what we gained and what we have, because none of that, anyways, we can take away with us. We are all born naked and with empty hands, and that's the way we exit. So it's okay to enjoy in all the pleasures, in all the best that life has to offer, but the attachment is something that's making people suffer. Uh, just be detached, enjoying everything that's made and given, but from distance. If you are not capable to receive compliments, that just means that there is still work to be done. That just means that you are a person who was trained to be overgiver, and without balance, as there is also written, there is no progress, and life will, and God will always find a way, even through the resisting experiences, to put you back into balance. So never get too cocky, never fall into assumption that you are superior nor inferior to others. Every single soul is made by the image of God. And I had to learn this in a harder way, because when I was younger, I was so caught and trapped in my ego identity that I, for too long for my taste, thought that I was superior to others. And I'll never forget when once a young girl who maybe had 11 or 12 years came to my door to ask for some help, for any kind of help. And even though I could help with money or food or clothes or whatever, I didn't do it because I was in my own bubble. I remember that I was pissed off something related to school, because I always struggled in school, not because I'm stupid, but because simply I couldn't fall into the trap of the system and into that to think like everybody else and to go on the path like everybody else's path is. So I had my own demons. At that time, I wasn't capable, or and I didn't knew how to confront them. So this poor soul, I think that I even was very unpleasant to her, and I think that I told her something like it's not nice to disturb people, to come at the door, and so on and so forth. Trust me, I now know, and I'm 100% sure that that girl was literally Jesus in form of girl, young girl, child. And it was a test. Uh, Literally 5 years after that, I was paying my cockiness and my ego belief that I am superior, that I was superior to her. Literally, the price I was paying 5 years later after that encounter was God bringing me back to balance. So trust me, whenever you have encounter with homeless person, with anybody who needs help, do the best thing. Trust me, because if you don't do it, it will cost you a lot more, and that will be a form of God bringing you back to balance. Never get too cocky, and know that every single seemingly not important encounter, conversation, whatever that pops up into your life is always test from above. Always add truth to I am, because I am is the God in you, as well the I am in that girl was the God in her, and I dared to be unpleasant to God in her. Whenever you are in fight with someone, the most challenging experiences we have are with close family members because they know how to push our buttons. It's helpful to, whenever you are bursting with all those things that you feel like you would say, pause and look that person in the eyes and remember that I am is the God in them, as well as the I am is the God in you and in everything that exists on this planet. Attach only truth to I am. So whatever it is that you're working on, don't think, let's say, I will be healthy if your challenge now is healing. Instead, affirm, I am healthy. Add only that which is now. Now is everything we have. Nothing is granted and promise. Not to me, not to you, not to anybody else. And the present moment awareness is the best possible tool and greatest wealth that you can master, because what you think and what you are in the now is what life brings you back. Add only truth to I am. So I am healthy, I am happy, I am beautiful, I am guided, I am safe, I am protected, I am love, I am abundant, I am somebody who is always in alignment. I am ease. I am fulfillment of all my desires. I am somebody for whom life is always working out. I am 24/7 protected, guided, saved. Everything is always working out for me, so on and so forth, because it is. As long as we're here, we're safe, guided, and protected. I'm telling you from first hand as a person who 2 times went through near-death experiences. Later, I read that Carl Gustav Jung also had near-death experience. I think that he had some injury with his foot, and that caused failure of his heart for a short period of time, like some form of heart attack or whatnot. And he also had near-death experience. And I read a lot about how he had, and I experienced this firsthand also, even before I knew that and found out that he went through the same thing. It's a little bit hard to learn after my near-death experience, especially first one. Second time I was equipped and knew how to navigate through it, and it was less scary than the first time. But I also had, like he did, form of struggling to adapt to physical reality again. As this great dude said, all fears stem from fear from death. Through the grace of God, I overcame that fear, even though my fear of death wasn't before my near-death experience so big. Yes, from time to time I would feel scary when thinking about it, but as everything else in life, I'm good with acceptance. I know that uh, acceptance is something that you must learn and practice, and I was always good with that. I was never somebody who would cry or step into the victimhood, because I grew up where people used to be in pity parties. So that's something that from childhood I felt ick to. And even though I had many life experiences that would justify to complain or condemn or whatnot, because I watched too long pity parties, I said, you know what, I'm brave, and even though it was hard, it was a lesson, and I move on. So I had hard time to adapt to physical reality again, because me coming back from, I don't know, was that a heaven, or simply it was so addictive. And it was, as I said in previous videos, those moments when I felt like I'm going and I'm exiting from the physical reality. There was zero fear. It was a beautiful feeling of going home. I felt like this journey is my form of vacation, and now it's done. My vacation is done, my traveling is done, and I am on my way back home. That's the feeling. And that's how it feels when we are on transition back. So when I was sent from the big guy from the sky back, I had for a while feeling like I'm newborn who now is grown enough to learn how to walk. Literally coming back to life again from that is like you are learning and putting in baby steps and learning how to love life again and how to navigate through this real ordinary world and life. I thought that something is wrong with me because I felt that. Few times I was like, bro, I came back to life and I feel like I was still with part of me pulled to the other side. I thought that that's not good, but then I read about Jung and his experiences with near that experience, and I realized that that's normal, because we are all intrigued by the mysterious. We are all interested in unseen, unknown, things that are going on behind the scenes. Because the older I get, and after the things I've been through, I am 100% sure that reality that we live is just part of what's behind the curtains, and best that's going on, and we are not capable to witness that with our limited senses. I think that there is even saying something like this reality is just a part of the real thing that's going on behind the curtains. Something like that, I'm not sure, but as Jung said when they asked him, do you believe in God? He said, I don't believe, I know that he exists, as well as I do. I believed before my experiences and everything that was part of my journey. Now I have no doubts, and I'm sure that he's always there with you, he's always guiding you. And as I said, I have friends. This is also a great thing to know. I have a lot of friends who literally went to every possible church and holy temple that's considered to be the main in the world today. Those people literally traveled all around the world in search for ways to fulfill the void. They are, in terms of religious behaviors and knowing, OGs, literally. They do everything that religion suggests. They pray in a certain way, they live in a certain way. But guess what? None of those people, and they're very close to me, uh, yet haven't found the way to fulfill the void. And what's so sad is like something is chasing them constantly. It's like that void is, as that man quasi wrote, uh, changing of environment won't magically solve your problems. And in terms of void, it's the same. So I used to be, as I was younger, a person, as many do, who would feel some form of resistance and contraction inside, and I would immediately jump and go somewhere. Go to city, go to movie, go to drink coffee, go to, and that's escapism. So you are running away from the void, but you're taking yourself with yourself everywhere you go. No. And that's how the most people still are doing, and that's what these people who I know are doing. And none of them found the way to fill the void. They are still not open, or they don't understand how the inner work uh, can help them. And I'm not somebody who will go and preach. Uh, None of them even knows that I speak here, because I think that every soul must, on this journey, walk to a path of discovering on their own. It doesn't mean that I am not willing to give my opinion, but only when I'm asked. None of them asked me for, so I let them to find a way to fill the void for themselves, as I did on my own. I never asked anybody. Yes, I had prayers, but unfortunately I prayed wrong, as many do. I was asking and coming from a place of luck. That's why many people still believe that none of this is working, because they are not praying from a place of statement. They are praying from a place of lack and from asking. So if you say and pray, God, I need more money, God will say, yes, you do. You really need more money, and you'll stay in the place of needing more money for too long for your taste. But when you pray in a form of statement, God, I'm so happy and so grateful now that money comes to me in increased quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis, God will say, yes, really, indeed, money comes to you in increased quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. So that's the hack of reality. That's the game of life and how to play it. So, as I said, none of these people found God and the way to fulfill their void. Nowhere. They're still wandering around this world, searching. And I think that even in one of books I read, I'm just not sure who wrote that, and I know that that's true. They asked God where to hide you from the people, and he answered, in a place where none of them will seek and search for me. That's in their own heart. Very simple. I am is the God in you. I am is in your heart. That's why it is important to always follow your heart whenever you are making the decision whether or not to come from a place of love or from a place of fear. Always go on a path of love. Even though you think that who needs your love now maybe is not worthy, in a sense of they didn't give what they need or ask. Give it, always give it. I never regret, and I was overflowing with love and generosity and time and patience to people who many times used that, and the more I was giving, the more they were receiving. And when God said enough is enough, He made balance through removing those people from my life. For a long before I realized how the game of life is working, I thought that I wasn't worthy of those people, but then I realized that God made balance because they were so greedy uh, with my giving, and they weren't how to say it, re, 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 never mind, I don't know the word, but there wasn't equal give and take, so they would continue to take without giving, and uh, God removed them from my life. So what's good is that from other sources and through other people coming into my life who were equal in give and take, uh, life made that balance. So stop searching God on in all wrong places. God was, is, and always will be with you whenever you are upset or stressed or whatnot. Express gratitude even when you're pissed off. And through gratitude, that unpleasant and resisting feeling will soften and lose its power and grip over you. Express gratitude and always be aware that nothing is wasted. Whatever you gave from the heart, from God, will find its way to be multiplied in your journey through other sources, through other people, through other circumstances. As long as you're here, nothing is wasted, and every challenge is just a stepping stone on the mission and on your way to being the best possible version of yourself. Know how to put yourself in balance, in alignment, and immediately when you know how to down regulate yourself and to put yourself in a place of power, regardless of how you feel, because we should all live our life from the place of power. Whenever you are in a place of power, in certainty, in goodness of the future, the entire universe comes to confirm that inner state of being